anything going.
Welcome to the fastest 2 hours in radio.
Rules in action. It's up to each one of us to know the rules and follow them. Follow.
All systems go.
The Morning Edge.
With Fox 2's Vic Faust, Chris Knight, Angela Sharp, and Eric Johnson.
The Morning Edge starts now.
Hey guys, welcome to The Edge. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day. The time now is 8:04 on this February 16th. Chris, are we good to get started, you said?
We're good.
All right, that's the Christer. Chris Knight's here, Angela Sharp, the Angela Sharp, the dancing Angela Sharp. Somebody told you yesterday that you looked like the dancing baby from Ally McBeal. You didn't remember the miniseries,
No, I
Ally
sure didn't.
McBeal.
I looked it up, and the baby creeps me out. The baby's creepy looking.
Kinda. I see where you're going with that. It's all good.
Sorry.
You didn't come in dance. It's kind of hard to dance to that music we come into this morning, right?
No, the morning music is hard to dance to.
No, I get it. It's all good. We are ready to get rocking and rolling today. We got a lot going on, like we always do. Hey, Angela, we got a lot to talk about. We got national news. We got local news. We've got sports, and we'll take your calls. Maybe somebody will call Angela today. The phone number 636-695-2915, 636-695-2915. You can always get us at ViperRocks.com. That's the app. Once again, ViperRocks.com, and on Facebook, 100.7 The Viper. Okay, good morning, Michelle. Thanks for kicking off the Facebook messaging today. It's the best Facebook interaction. It is the best Facebook interaction for any outlet you've ever seen, isn't it, Angela?
I got to tell you, it's probably the only Facebook interaction I've seen for any outlet. So yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Now it's
I don't keep track
often imitated, never duplicated.
There you go. That's what we like, right?
That's what we try to do. Chris, how you doing today?
I'm good.
You good? You get any sleep?
Yeah, a little bit.
I
Did you?
didn't. No, I didn't. I'm pissed off this morning.
Oh, jeez.
Stay away from me, everybody.
Watch out, because there's like a 10-minute rant that comes after. Vic,
I'm-
why are you mad?
You must have been watching the Olympics.
I'm feeling prickly this morning. I want to be kind and sweet and nice, but I feel prickly.
How come?
See, I've never believed in people being in bad moods or having a bad day. You have bad moments, and then you can't let the moments turn into a day, right?
Right. Okay, I
Okay.
can follow that, but
I
you're
think-
going to let this moment turn into a whole day,
No,
aren't you?
my therapist in a former life told me that.
Okay.
So it's like, Vic, just focus in. I am effing pissed off this morning
Oh, my.
at the United States hockey team. Just screw it. Let the Canadians and Eastern Europeans play hockey. We'll stick to what we do in America, American sports. Football, basketball, baseball, and for Chris, bowling.
And bowling. Can't forget about bowling.
I stayed up and watched our number one seeded American hockey team bow out without a medal for the third straight Olympics because we should stick to American sports. I'm sorry.
This Olympic thing really does fire you up. I
Yeah.
have
Well,
noticed that a lot.
Yes, I'm into competition.
But it's
Because
the
I'm
Olympics
about-
that
yes.
follow you, like fire you up.
Yeah, because it's about country,
we can talk
pride,
Blues, we can
red,
talk Cardinals.
white, and blue.
I don't feel like you have that much passion for the Blues and the Cardinals, but this Olympic thing, man, that's your
no.
thing.
Oh, no. I have passion for the Blues and Cardinals.
That's your thing, though.
I went to every playoff Blues game and Stanley Cup game except one.
Really? The one they won? Is that the one you
No,
missed?
home game.
Oh, okay. Home games. Okay.
Every game I was at. The only home game I couldn't go to during that whole run was the double overtime Pat Maroon
Yeah.
goal. That was the only game I didn't go to. I was at every other single game. That's passion, and that's expensive.
That's what that is expensive.
I had good connections, and I spent a lot of money So yes, I have passion with the Cardinals. I have passion when the Cardinals won the
Wait,
World Series in
You're just
2011.
very fired up. The Olympic thing it's throwing to me.
Well, there was only two things. One,
Okay.
it was Americans competing for communist China, and everybody should be fired. You should be fired up about
I
that.
know, you know I'm not. So
I
that's
know.
not gonna happen.
But if you had a family member who was being treated like many of the families
Well, for
are there,
sure.
you would be.
but like it's
And then
It's
the
a
blue, and then
sport.
the American hockey team because I invested. I'm like, okay, I really, I love these kids.
how late did you stay up watching this thing?
The game ended at 12:49.
Ooh. Oh, and what time did you have to get up to be here? Because you beat me today.
Well, I get up with my boys, and I'm up
Oh.
later than like 6:30 in the morning.
Okay.
And I pushed it at 6:30 today because quick breakfast, help them out with lunches.
So did you fall asleep like straight away? Because I know you've said you fall asleep easy.
No, because I was angry.
Oh.
Angry. No, I
Okay.
do fall asleep. If I didn't fall asleep early or easy,
Mhm.
then I might have been up till 2. So no, I was invested, so I was frustrated. The hockey team lost. You'll get into that, but it was bummer because they were the number 1 seed. So life is about expectations. Hey, we're expecting them. So that's why I say I won't have any expectations for Americans trying to play other country sports anymore. Football, baseball, basketball, and bowling.
I love how you throw that in there for Chris.
And
Can't forget about my bowling.
It is bowling. So anyway, there you go. But the better news, the Blues won last night, so I was all fired up. They really did kick ass last night because they got Billy Husso in net, not Jordan Bennington, and they just continue to win with Billy, the number 1 goalie in the NHL.
Yeah, I mean he's doing what Bennington did to Jake, so it's what is that, cosmic, if you will? I mean,
Or turnabout being fair play, history repeating itself, however you want to say that. So anyway, there you go. But another big story when we were on that, still no baseball. Yesterday, pitchers and catchers were supposed to report. Oh, no, they're not.
no, they sure aren't. I told you yesterday in sports that they are very far away because the players want more money for those players pre-arbitration, especially ones that are performing. So,
Like Jack Flaherty.
like
He's
Jack Flaherty,
the
yeah.
St. Louis Cardinals'
Perfect
number
example.
1 pitcher. So, yeah, and then after the sports update you had yesterday, yesterday afternoon, there was more news coming down that they're very far apart.
I mean, they're super far apart.
So that's a bummer. I mean, now worried about it even getting into starting on time, games starting on time. So anyway,
I know
we're
they
dealing
keep
with
telling
that.
me it's going to happen, but I don't have faith right now.
Who's telling you that?
You know, the people, the
Oh.
talking sports heads. They're like, oh, it'll happen. They can afford to lose another season. However, I don't see how that's possible since they didn't report. But we'll see.
Well, the official announcement after you gave us yesterday came out. The soccer team, the stadium will be Centene Stadium. But here's the interesting thing that happened with that. Michael Nydorf has pretty much stepped down. He was the gentleman who was the CEO who had moved much of Centene's operations outside of St. Louis to North Carolina. Rumors that it was going to totally leave St. Louis, and we don't want that. They still own a lot of property here, a lot of people employed. So Centene making a multi-year commitment to St. Louis City SC is a big deal. Rumor has it it's maybe at least a 4-year deal. You start putting millions of dollars onto the stadium, into the community because of the naming rights is a big deal. So that was huge. Later in the day that came out. Listening to the press conference, Centene says they're here to stay for a while. So that was good.
Well, they've got the naming rights of that and the practice facility for the St. Louis Blues. So seems like they want to be here. That's for sure.
Let's hope so because they did go to other parts of the country and didn't stay here, and so they've branched out. It was about a year ago. It was very, very, very concerning that they were leaving, and Michael Nydorf ripped St. Louis City for a lack of leadership when it came to crime. And what St. Louis City, he pretty much ripped the mayor, and he ripped the policing, not allowing and defunding of policing, and how we had to have people safe to bring businesses here. So thankfully, now Nydorf is not involved in everyday operations anymore. He still may have a little bit of a say, but anyway, that's that. So once again, you're listening to The Edge. Chris Knight, Angel Sharp, I'm Vic Faust of Fox 2. If you want to jump in, please, Facebook 100.7 The Viper, share the show. ViperRocks.com. The phone number to give us a call is 636-695-2915, 636-695-2915. Drew says there'll probably not be any baseball until May. Julie's like, go Blues, go Cardinals. The Blues kicked ass last night. I agree. Michelle feels like me, slept like crap. Also, one of the things that happened again, we've been talking about car break-ins, the slider crimes.
Yeah.
More came to light late last night. We had a report on it this morning. A couple more cars in Dardenne Prairie just being stolen out of driveways. St. Charles County. We have a story on fox2now.com from this morning. One of those cars was found a short time later in North County, abandoned and broken down, kind of stripped down. The other car still has not been found. So, yes, crime happens everywhere.
These are crimes not really necessarily of opportunity anymore. Like, people are deliberately going to steal cars. So,
yes,
a bunch of cars got broken into in my parents' neighborhood, and one car got stolen.
When was this?
6-7 months ago.
Okay.
And one of the cars got stolen.
Where was the neighborhood?
My parents live in Webster.
Okay.
And so one of the cars got stolen, but the police said it was a crime of opportunity because he had left his fob in the car. And so they figured it was just like they were just
Some
trying
of
to
these
take
are.
stuff, and then they
When
took
cars
the car.
are open.
But you said they took multiple cars, which in my
too.
head sounds like we've planned because I need multiple drivers for multiple cars.
Well, yeah, it's all around. Drew says, Eric, crime's headed your way.
Eric's not here. You can't talk to him right now.
Well,
I'm sorry.
Out to
I'm
Wentzville.
sorry, Drew. You'll have to wait and repost that.
Well, as Jeannie reminded us, one of those cars was in the garage.
Wait, what?
Yeah, one of the
Somebody
cars.
went in their garage?
I don't think the garage door was pulled down.
Oh. But that's
So-
probably a really safe area, and they're used to leaving their door open.
Yeah, I mean, but once again, it can happen anywhere, as we saw 2 mornings ago in Ladue.
Right.
The suspects-
That guy got shot, right?
Well, the newspaper delivery guy who got shot, grazed, he's fine. He's going to be fine, but they still haven't found the suspects. And it's scary when you find out more details about what actually happened, because they felt like the cars, and that's why you should report anything that you see as, I guess you would say, not normal. It's not normal. It's not ordinary. If you don't recognize cars, I mean, you can give police a call, because now what Ladue police went and did, they started asking all of the neighbors right around the area, right around MICDS, right around Chaminade, where it all kind of occurred, if they had seen anything, because they went back and asked them for video.
Right. That's what they did in my parents'
For
neighborhood.
security
too. Yeah.
video. And they said that this vehicle was driving around these Ladue neighborhoods, just kind of waiting for an opportunity to strike on somebody. And that's a little bit scary. So, it can happen anywhere, which unfortunately means now you have to be on guard, and you need to report any car as suspicious. And then you may report a car as suspicious where they're got perfect reason to be where they are at the time they are. But now
For sure.
you can't take anything for granted anymore.
You also have to lock your garage.
No
I
kidding.
mean, I'm just like, you wouldn't probably think about that. And maybe like your kid was playing with this basketball or something, but you got to shut the garage.
No, this did not happen when the Super Bowl. Oh, maybe the crimes happened. Here's the thing. The newspaper guy, that happened early in the morning. He didn't even stop. He was driving on Ladue Road past Lindbergh, traveling east, and the car came up behind, and they pulled in front of him to
What?
slow him down. He was not even at a stoplight. That's how dangerous this stuff is. Then the guy, when he stopped, saw that it was, oh my God, they're probably trying to carjack me. Then he just drove through. And as he drove through, they shot at him.
Oh, jeez.
Which
I didn't realize that was
Oh,
how
yeah.
that story went down.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's what a normal human would do. If you think you're going to get in trouble, you keep driving.
And as we were told by St. Charles County Police Chief Kurt Frizz, you have organized crime units coming in from St. Louis City and North County, and you see them on videos now, home videos, where they'll drive in a car or two, bunch of people jump out of the cars and try to go to any car that might be unlocked, try to start it, and then drive off with the car.
Jeez.
Yeah, so there we are. Anyway, how was your night?
Well, Well, after all this downer news, I don't know how to react to that. My night was fine, but like, man. See, you put a lot of stress on me.
No, it's not me. I'm just
Well, I
giving
know.
headlines.
You're just giving me the headlines. However, yuck.
Joe Patterson with a sobering stat. Meanwhile, as we talk about this, St. Louis City lost 182 commissioned officers just last year, a record number. That's due to retirement or quitting.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Jane Duker, who is the legal representation for both St. Louis City and St. Louis County Police Departments, has joined us on the show, and she'll be joining us again. Had talked about how it was going to be a record year because you don't pay police a good wage to do what they do. Then the morale is extremely low. Then police jobs were not saved. I mean, it's not ripping her. It's not praising her. It's just a fact. St. Louis City Mayor Tashara Jones says she's trying to reimagine St. Louis policing. So there's not a good relationship between the mayor and the police department. 182 officers gone. It's very, very, very bizarre. And that's where John Parker, who listens to the show, who will be running for St. Louis City Mayor, who's got a lot of support, says that he has a different philosophy than the current mayor. And that's why he said he'll come in and he'll bring more policing in and businesses from that standpoint. So anyway, that's 14 total % of the police department gone in 1 year. And we're supposed to attack rising crime in St. Louis City. Yeah, it's very concerning. And then that's why businesses aren't going to St. Louis City. They say that. So Gordon Montgomery says we can thank city government for that. Anyway, there's so much to get into today. That's why I was asking you how your night was, if there was anything more positive. I didn't
do anything exciting.
I was feeling pretty good after the Blues dominated, and then the Americans won a gold and silver, and aerial snowboarding where they flip around in the air and land. I was like, oh, yeah, baby. All right, I'm going to go home and watch you to the Americans. And then they lost. But anyway, Mike Hutt Sr. says Baldwin Police Department hired a guy from the St. Louis Police Department. After a year of working in Baldwin, he decided to go back to the city. What do we take away from that?
I mean, I have no idea. That's actually, was it not as interesting for him? I
don't know. Cindy says you need to carry with you at all times, anywhere, not just in St. Louis City or county, everywhere.
I need to take classes on that.
You could. There's a lot of people who could show you.
I feel like I need to learn how to do that.
Hey, Greg Bowdry, who was on the show the other day, said, yeah, that's horrible. We shouldn't have to fear the possibility of our cars being stolen. Good morning. Good morning to you too, Greg. Appreciate you jumping back in as well and promoting the show as you have done. We do have some fun to talk about today.
Okay, can we get to a little fun? Because
we do we do everything. You got to get headlines and news.
I know, but like
you can't just have your candy and cake. You got to give everything.
That's what I eat, right?
Yeah, I know. I know you do. No, we're going to get into all of that. Some stories we'll get into today as well. The Saget family suing for privacy. They don't want documents or pictures or anything released on Bob Saget. We're going to tell you why that's very strange when we come back from the break. Medical experts, medical examiners from across the country are looking at the autopsy reports, and they're saying what I said last week when you guys all looked, not all of you guys, said, why do you think there's a conspiracy? And I'm like, I still do. I still don't think he just hit his head on a headboard.
Yeah, you're going to have to tell us more about that, because when you say they just don't want their autopsy out there, that to me makes sense. But you got more information.
Well, it seems like it.
Yeah.
I mean, Kobe Bryant's wife had to sue because people on scene showed pictures and released pictures.
I actually kind of vaguely remember that, which is awful. Somebody's going through the worst time of their life. They don't want to have to relive that through tabloid media just because they happen to be a famous person who passed.
And that's why the Sagets, I think, are trying to save any possible pictures, but also reports not being released. Ukrainian situation is still going on. I'll tell you, I think it's all a setup. You don't tell somebody, hey, we're going to invade you. Something else is going on here. I've been in the news business a long time.
FYI, Vic, I'm going to invade your property.
Yeah.
Weird.
News from Canada with the truckers. I never thought I'd see the day where Canada would declare what's essentially martial law. We'll get into that.
No, that one's a little extreme.
Parents around the country now insisting or suggesting that local parents release pictures and names of school board members to make sure that everybody knows who has voted for masks and who hasn't as elections come back up. The Hillary Clinton scandal. National media refuses to cover it. It's interesting. Alec Baldwin sued now. So much to get into. Plus, what old people shouldn't drink for alcohol.
That's where I want to be. It sounds like that's going to be a fun one.
Should you drink leftover water in a water bottle or not? We'll tell you why or why not and what could be good or bad with that. Random facts for the day.
I love random fun facts.
All kinds of things. I mean, we're setting the stage for everything. 10 of the strangest laws in the United States.
I bet that one has something to do with how a naked lady can't be removed from a fire in St. Louis City.
Oh, okay. And finally, have you heard of a game called Wordle?
Yes, everybody I know plays the Wordle.
I learned about this for the first time yesterday.
Oh, seriously? This has been a trend for like at least a month.
Mandy and I were talking about this on set yesterday. We're like, what is Wordle? Neither one of us knew what the hell Wordle
Everybody
was.
plays. Well, you're not really on the social media that much. Everybody on the social media.
I'm on social media all the time.
I don't see you post anything on social media.
I haven't posted in a while, but I'm going to get back in. Okay. I took a break for a while because I need to post. My job asked me to post a lot. I just hadn't done it for a while. Chris, had you ever heard of Wordle?
Yeah, I have.
Maybe it's just because I'm so busy.
I think it's because you're not on social media. We're going to get you back on social media.
Oh my God. I'm on. I feel like I'm on time. Anyway, we're just getting started. You're listening to The Edge, the fastest 2 hours of morning talk radio. That's one break, just like that. Give Angela a call, 636-695-2915. That's not her personal cell, by the way. That's the radio station.
Yeah, don't text that.
Viper. Well, we do have a text line, too.
Oh, you do?
But if you're going to text, you might as well just jump on Facebook, which is 100.7
Yeah,
the
but you
Viper.
can text more anonymously than you can Facebook, because when you Facebook, your photo's right there.
You're right. You're right. You can also jump into viperrocks.com.
So if you want to say mean things, text us.
We're on the Morning Edge as well, the Morning Edge on YouTube. Kevin Joseph says pickleball. Love it. Okay, we'll be back with more right after this. Let's get started and have a great day.
Edge morning traffic.
Both hands on the steering wheel this morning. Very windy conditions to greet you out on area interstates. Some minor delays for 70 eastbound drivers in the St. Peter's area approaching Highway 79. 370 and 364 drivers, light volume for you. And we do have some slowing in West St. Louis County on 270 southbound from Maryland Heights, headed south down to Creve Coeur. Northbound 270, also a slow go from 44 up through the Pear near the Manchester exit. And then heavy volume 6440 westbound from Kings Highway all the way to Big Bend. Road work slowing traffic in North County, 270 westbound, tap and go from 367 over to Washington Elizabeth. I'm Fox 2's Molly Rose. That's your Edge morning traffic.
This is the Edge Morning Show.
Live on 100.7.
The Viper.
Don't let a wet basement or foundation problems destroy the value of your property. Get a free estimate from Woods Basement Systems to fix the wall crack, bowing wall, and leaks and restore the value of your home. Plus, get the security of the Woods Basement Systems transferable warranty. Call Woods, the highest rated, most reviewed contractor for all things basementy at 888-900-1721. Special offer online at viperbasements.com. That's viperbasements.com.
Get a grip on your finances with People's Bank & Trust's new mobile banking service. You can now manage your accounts, check balances, transfer funds, and pay bills with ease and all from the palm of your hand. Activate your phone today by visiting us online at www.pbtc.net. People's Bank & Trust. Hometown banking the way it should be. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save over $700 on average, and those savings add up. Imagine what you could buy in the future.
The graphics are so real on this video game console I bought with the savings from switching to Progressive 10 years ago. I can't tell what's real and what's the game, which I think is what people want. You know, in the future, which it is currently.
So switch to Progressive and save big because those savings can add up in the future. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National annual average insurance savings by new customer surveyed who saved with Progressive in 2020. Potential savings will vary.
With everything going on today, it's easy to forget to take care of ourselves. Compass Health Network is here to help. We provide a wide range of mental health, primary care, and dental services for the entire family. Whether you need to talk to a therapist, get a routine health checkup, or have a filling replaced, Compass Health Network is here for you in person or virtually. Call 844-853-8937 to schedule an appointment or visit compasshealthnetwork.org for more information.
Have you wanted to speak a new language but thought it would be too difficult? Then try Babbel. Babbel starts by teaching you words and phrases that gradually get more complex. Soon, you're practicing short conversations. So in 15 minutes a day, you'll be speaking a new language in a few weeks. Babbel is built around real life. It teaches you practical conversations that you will actually use. Babbel, language for life. Celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free. Just go to babbel.com today. That's BABBEL.com.
Midnight Auto Supply in St. Peter's carries a full line of automotive parts and paints. They're a PPG Platinum distributor of automotive paint and industrial coatings and auto body shop supplies for over 40 years. Your hometown auto parts store is Midnight Auto. Stop in at Midnight Auto Supply in St. Peter's, just off Mexico Road, 447-4000, 447-4000, on the web at mid-niteautosupply.com.
With Amdro, you can enjoy your backyard like never before. Our round-the-clock pest protection gives you the peace of mind to enjoy your great outdoors without a care in the world. Cannonball! Okay, we can't defend you against the splash zone. But when it comes to ants and other pests, we've got you covered 24/7. Find Amdro in the insecticide aisle at your nearest retailer.
Now, back to the Edge Morning Show.
Pick the song.
What is that song?
Oh, it's inappropriate to say the title of the song, but it's an Eazy-E song.
Oh, yeah. I recognized it was from way back in the day. All right. Welcome back to the show, everybody. You know what we do here. It's the fastest 2 hours of morning talk radio. We take you through your morning from 8 to 10, faster and better and more entertaining than anybody else. At least that's what we try. Maybe we're getting a little confident, but I think we do it pretty damn well. Eric Johnson has joined us.
What?
Chris Knight's here. The Angela Sharp, the dancing Angela Sharp. I'm Vic Faust from Fox 2. Happy Hump Day. Happy Wednesday already, February 16th. Did everybody enjoy the 60-degree weather yesterday?
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah, it's good to be over. But until Sunday, or Saturday or Sunday, it's supposed to be like 60 and sunny again.
Did they say something about 5 to 8 inches?
Well, once
rain.
again,
I think it's of rain.
It's a mostly rain deal, but one of the models does say 3 to 5 inches of snow.
Okay.
Now the weathercasters.
All dependent on the temp, right?
Yeah.
If it's under 32, it would be snow.
So I don't think that's going to happen.
That's why it's so difficult.
There's no way it's going to drop that much, right?
Well, you never know.
You live in St. Louis.
Didn't you hear me yesterday? Our weather's like the lottery. It just spits out a different number each day.
Yeah. Just don't play the Quick Trip.
50. Because it can't be called Quick Trip anymore. It'll be Long Trip.
It's not so Quick Trip.
Yep, Long
I've
Trip.
never seen anybody actually scratch the scratchers at the counter.
You want me to take a picture?
Oh my God!
I would love for you to, because whenever I go, they buy a bunch, but then they move.
They play and they also give numbers, and then they have to put them into the machine.
Okay, I don't mind that because you fill it out on a piece of paper and then
And
it goes
then
to
is
the
it
machine.
me or most people who are given their numbers are also getting a pack
What
of
does it
smokes?
do?
So it turns it into like a 10-minute Quick Trip.
I'll tell you what. I'll take a picture right before I push them on the ground and get them out of the way.
That would be
Okay,
awesome.
Please don't assault people
No, I would
in
never
the
do
line. Okay.
Oh man, we got so much to get into, Eric. I don't even know if you heard everything that we had coming in. By the way, John Parker did say you do really look like the dancing baby from Ally McBeal.
That baby creeps me out, John. We talked about it at the top of the show, and that baby creeps me out. It's a creepy looking baby.
It is. It's a creepy looking baby. I get it.
Also, I don't know the show, so maybe like the baby's endearing, but it just looks like some weird alien baby that comes dancing into her life.
well,
That's the whole point of it, though.
Yeah, well, we've kind of there's so many damn headlines today. It's pretty serious. It's not all happy, fun, lucky go light. So let's try with something. The 5 boozy beverages old people shouldn't drink. Now the problem with this is it doesn't say what old is. So we need to determine what old is.
You got to be retired.
What is old?
You're retired.
Over 60?
I would say old is over
60 and over?
Yeah.
65.
Why you keep pushing it up?
All right, number 1.
70's a new 30.
Straight booze. That's a tough one for Scotch drinkers because basically you're just more likely to get drunk, fall down, and break a hip.
Okay, so yeah, you definitely have to be 60 or older for this.
That's
okay.
That's why they say. Also, liquor, straight booze, is more dangerous when it mixes with medication.
Oh.
And when you're older, you're more likely to be taking some sort of medication.
All right.
But on the flip side, it's also likely to make you feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
Okay, number 2, brandy. Although I would have put brandy under straight booze, but it has more congeners than any other drink, chemicals produced during fermentation. They're one of the things that cause really bad hangovers.
Okay.
So hangovers suck when you're old. I think hangovers suck no matter what age you are.
I agree.
So don't press your luck. Here's an interesting one. I thought this one would have been good. No light beer.
Why?
Yeah, why not light beer?
Light, it says, light beer is a better option, meaning light on alcohol, but not necessarily light colored. Fuller beers like IPAs tend to have more alcohol and more calories.
Okay, well, that made no sense.
That made no sense to me either. Non-light beer is what it said. 4, white wine. Makes sense to me.
Feels like something older people would drink a lot of.
Well, it tends to have more
box.
sugar.
In a box.
Oh, the sugar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Red wine has more antioxidants, so red is the better option.
That's a better
who
choice.
knew? Who
Okay,
knew?
I didn't know that either.
And number 5, super sweet cocktails. Again, it's all about the sugar. Alcohol is already high in carbs, which your body converts to glucose. So sweet drinks are a sugar bomb.
Okay.
And older people don't do well with sugar.
Well, also,
Nobody does.
and here's why, diabetics. Because around 30% of seniors right now in the United States are diabetic. And 50% are pre-diabetic, meaning they're at risk.
That
So
makes
the
sense.
last thing you need is the sugar.
Yeah, don't push
issue.
it over the edge.
So,
we-
the bag of candy hearts I ate yesterday would probably not be good for my.
Well, how old are
Once a
you?
year, you're fine. Once a year, you're fine.
I mean, I bought 4 bags and I only ate the first one, and it was.
Well, then throw the other
Yes,
three
John
away.
Parker. Yeah.
Maybe stop doing that.
Yes,
Got it.
John, if you only have 2 years left before 60, you're old. Sorry. You're old, but that's all right. You have a lot
John
of
Parker is
experience.
not old.
John
Parker is not old. He is spry and he's well dressed.
He's definitely well dressed.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not ridiculously smart on politics, but he is
Oh
very.
no! Here we go.
No.
Here we go.
We're going to have John in to
Look,
sit
I'm going
in
to
studio.
I'm taking John out for lunch. Trust me, it'll be fine. He'll be all right.
All right.
Hey, before we get into the other serious part of it, could I give 10 of the strangest laws in the United States?
I'm so excited.
I know that there's laws like that. You still can't walk your horse down the street in St. Peter's. You can't wrap your horse up. And
I can't
keep
walk
him
my
there.
horse down the
No,
street.
you-
Oh man, where am I going to put my?
Is that one of them?
No, it's not.
Is the one I
Are
said?
you talking about laws like from the 1800s that are still in the books?
the one
That kind of thing.
Is the one I said about not being able
Let's
to
we'll go
be
through
a
it quick.
naked woman cannot be removed
No,
from
that's
a fire?
not. That's not on there.
Okay.
either.
Okay.
All right. It's illegal to sell, dispose of, give away, or use stink bombs in Alabama.
What's a stink bomb for? Is it just like a party trick kind of thing? Or is it like used
I
for
would
something?
assume it's a party trick.
It's illegal to send a surprise pizza delivery to someone's house in Louisiana.
Okay, that makes sense.
Or anything else that isn't a gift that they're expected to pay for.
Yes.
That's considered harassment.
Amen,
Well,
brother.
Okay, yeah, I feel
Amen.
like that's yeah.
That's not weird. Go
Okay.
ahead.
It's illegal to let your donkey sleep in a bathtub in Arizona.
Where am I supposed to put my donkey?
That law was passed due to a random incident in 1924 involving a donkey, a tub, and a flood.
Like,
That sounds like Nirvana's last album.
It's illegal to have billboards in Hawaii, Alaska, Maine, and Vermont. It's
Yes.
about scenic beauty.
I did know that. My sister lives in Maine.
Oh, said by the people who don't have their own billboard.
I know. I want a billboard.
Wait, you want a billboard?
I want a billboard. Me and Chris were on the biggest billboard in
meaning
Missouri.
A billboard of your picture. I was joking because Fox 2 has one of me up there.
Oh,
Angela.
right.
Yeah, well,
So
we
you're on a
had one
billboard.
too. So anyway, next Milan.
Oh my goodness. We'll get you a billboard.
Thank you. Do this for my health.
It's illegal to throw stones in the District of Columbia, and not just at glass houses. Haha. It counts for all streets, highways, open spaces, and public areas.
Wait, I can't throw a stone like into the water?
Don't throw a stone at anybody or
Oh,
anywhere.
wow.
But
All
you can
right.
shoot up at that place. Just
Here's one I like. It's illegal to do any fortune telling in Baltimore, Maryland.
okay.
What? How am I going to
I
get
think
my
that's all right.
fortune told? I love it when the fortune teller tells me stuff.
No, because you might be a fake. You don't know who the fake is.
Well,
there's no way.
yeah.
There's no way to license that
There's
kind of
no
stuff.
way to know. That's why it's the best, because you don't find out until years
Yeah.
later if that person was right or
Yeah.
wrong.
All right. I don't know if this had anything to do with Ozzy Osbourne, but it's illegal to scare a pigeon in Massachusetts.
Or-
People who willfully kill or frighten them can be imprisoned for up to a month and receive a fine of $20.
I thought you were going to say pee on the Alamo.
Oh, yeah. Did he do that too?
He sure did.
I just remember
Texas didn't like that
biting
very
the head
much.
of a pigeon off.
He didn't really do that.
Bat. I know. It was just all the folktale. It's illegal to fall asleep while laying down in a cheese factory in South Dakota.
That's very specific.
There's clearly a story. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it was just done to help factory workers. I don't know. It's illegal to throw a ball at someone's head in New York for a laugh. Originally, the law was put in place to protect carnival workers from being harassed, but the law also mentions it's illegal to throw knives at people. You think?
Oh my God.
And our 10th one, it's illegal to run out of gas in Youngstown, Ohio.
What?
It's not a felony, but you could get a misdemeanor ticket if you run out of gas.
You want a ticket for
That's-
running out of gas?
That's very
that's
aggressive.
horrible.
I'm already having
That-
a bad day, and now you're going to give me a ticket?
You just brought me stress with that whole list.
That's just aggressive.
I don't want to go to Youngstown, New York, because I run out of gas like all the time almost.
I don't know. There you go.
It's like that Seinfeld episode when it's like so exciting. You think you can make it home just right on the E. I can do this, and then boom, you're out of gas.
And then what do you have to do? Do you hitchhike to a gas station?
You do what you got to do.
So you hitchhike to a
Yeah.
gas station.
Yeah, you wouldn't do that anymore.
Have you
because
ever run out of gas, Angel?
I have, yes, once. I was working. We were coming home from Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
We ran out of gas, and we literally did hitchhike
Louisiana,
to
Missouri, or Louisiana, the state?
Louisiana, the state. And we literally hitchhiked to a gas station. So
Yeah.
we went with the trucker. I was very safe with the trucker. I felt very
You
safe.
went with a trucker?
This whole thing is just
We
hitchhiked.
went. We got into.
We went
Sounds
with
like
the
another
trucker.
By
gag
the way, I'm
ball
so sorry. I
incident.
don't think Mom knows the story. She would kill
There
me.
she goes.
Mom
Yeah.
would
Is your
kill
mom
me.
listening?
I'm sure she is.
What's your
yes.
mom's name?
Hey,
Linda.
little girl, get in
Linda.
the cab.
So yeah, so
Jeez.
so we got in with the trucker. I felt very safe with the trucker, but then to get back, we just hitchhiked back with like
Oh God.
some dude in a car, and his car had like too much stuff in it. So like either he lived in his car or he was a hoarder. So
Yeah.
we both sat on, like I sat on her lap in the car, and then he drove us like
I saw this
across
movie.
the
I
highway.
did too.
This was not a
on
good
the
movie.
other side of the highway, and then we had to run with our gas tank across like 4 lanes of
This
highway
is a
back
horrible
to our
story.
car. I mean, I'm alive, so it's fine.
Yeah.
But like, I would not suggest doing that in real life. It's
Like, did you have to put your thumb out there to hitchhike?
I
how'd you
literally
get a
went.
ride?
I went up. There was like a trucker like parked, and I went up to him, and I did. I was like, put my thumb up, and I was like,
Oh.
"Are you going this way to like
He
the
might
gas
have thought something
station?"
else.
And so
Oh.
there was 2 of us, so we both got in the car.
That's freaking crazy.
And
Did you
it's not
check under
smart.
the clothes in
Highly
the back?
dangerous.
It's not smart. I did feel safe with the trucker. I did not feel safe with this
You gotta do what you gotta
man
do.
in the regular. Right.
What year was this?
This was probably 7, 8 years ago. I
7,
mean, this
8
was
years ago.
not safe.
Yeah, but you're still an adult.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
Do you carry a weapon?
I do not. We
She's
were
going
talking about
to.
it. I need to learn how to shoot and stuff.
Yeah. Isn't that bizarre that you
Todd-
actually have to know that now?
Todd says he says truckers are sketchy. I'm going to jump in. We have truckers that call in the show that are not.
No.
Maybe some are, but every walk of life can be sketchy.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, that's
Oh,
fair.
yeah.
But I just felt more safe with the trucker than I did the random human with all his personal belongings in the car.
Yeah,
That's
good.
all. That's fine. I lived. It's fine. All is well.
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, I mean, things could be a whole lot worse, that's for sure. Okay, we got so much to get into. We got to get into some of these national stories because it is blowing my mind what's going on. First of all, what do we got?
I was just ready. I'm ready.
Like, you were pointing. You had your finger out. I was like, what are we doing?
First of all,
because you brought it to our attention again yesterday. What is going to happen in Canada? Their prime minister, because now a truckers convoy is being formed right now for the United States.
okay. Oh, is it really? We have that officially?
The Prime Minister Trudeau
What?
is now, there's one being organized. Prime Minister Trudeau basically declared martial law yesterday for the first time ever in the history of that country. They're calling the Emergencies Act into place, basically giving police unparalleled power that they haven't had before.
Who, by the way, the chief resigned because he doesn't want that.
And basically giving banks the authority, and this has been going on for a few days, to halt bank accounts.
Okay, and that is where we fall down a very slippery slope.
I'm glad to hear you say
Hold on,
this.
Angela, I need you to go now. I'm going to step. I'm stepping. No, I'm serious. Go.
That's not it. But
We're
like
all
that
back.
really
Go,
irritates me when you start talking about freezing someone's bank account because you don't agree with what they're thinking, saying, or doing. Like,
Here we go.
That blows my mind, and that is very scary, especially now that we're in a world that doesn't really use cash on a regular basis. We almost all use debit cards. It just very
preach.
I'm not preaching. That's very scary to me. That to me is very scary.
Well, this it really. I mean,
and you can't. I don't know that you can call these guys a terrorist group.
No,
I mean,
they're
they've shut down part of.
They're not terrorists.
The Canada
They're
part, but
demonstrators.
that seems
just like
excessive.
just like every other group, just like abortion rights, anti-abortion, Black Lives Matter.
Oh, and that's what I'm
all
thinking.
of
Like
it,
when you
all
start
of the
talking about
group.
stuff like that,
You're going to have to shut down.
Hold on, let her rip.
And halt. Yeah.
I need
very
her
much
to rip.
upset me. It just upsets me. That's all.
Why
I'm
does that?
frazzled.
Why does showing the parallelism between those groups and the truckers
Because
make you
I
mad?
don't feel like the truckers they're not killing anyone. They haven't done
No
anything.
fires have been started.
Super destructive. They haven't
They
done
got bouncy houses.
right now in our world, abortion is mostly legal. So if you're going to tell me that all of a sudden all those people who protest outside like an abortion clinic, you're going to freeze, you can then just go and freeze their assets. That to me is psychotic.
That's right.
I don't like it.
So this gets your blood boiling.
That does fire me up. Only because
it needs
you
to.
don't leave those people in a spot where they can. I mean, you're
What
not.
if no. I'll tell you why here's why it should make your blood boil. Because now, for the first time in history, like Vic just said, some cat that looks like a soccer mom up in Canada that's running the joint.
Well, that's
Trudeau,
the truth.
That hairdo has got to go, by
Yes.
the way. Anyway, that cat has now said, you know what? Can't go to court. I just made a law. It's a mandate. Got to get vaccinated, blah, blah, blah. You got to get your truck out of here. And if you don't, I'm calling Bank of Canada, and you're not getting any more money. You're done. We're cutting you off from your money. We're cutting, as a matter of fact, we're going to come take your tires, and we're going to tow you away. And if they don't tow you away, we're going to take the tow truck driver to jail because they are siding with a terrorist. They're calling you a terrorist if you don't believe. There's no way for these people to get in the queue to say, I need to go to court to have my rights looked at. No, they're not doing that. It's authoritarianism. It's very communist is what it is. I mean, I'm sorry to say, Angela, if you didn't want to do something, the government could come after you and just shut everything down.
When
That
do you
is not.
think this is going to fire up everybody in that country? Because even if you don't agree with what the truckers are doing, you should be very frightened that somebody can just decide they don't like.
That's the point of all this. It's like it's one thing to look at the Canadian truck drivers and go, oh, it sucks to be them. I'm going out to Napoli tonight. Here's the problem. It could come to your house real soon. And when I say real, think about this for a second. All of this garbage that's going on right now has happened in the course of 12 months. Biden was elected 12 months ago. This was not happening under Trump's watch. This was not happening under, Angela Merkel's watch over in Germany. This is in 12 months. This is all happening. What happens in the next 12 months? It goes to your house next. If you don't want to do something.
Canada's pretty darn close to us.
But
I would say.
Trudeau has also shown a propensity to be extreme when it comes to the left. And that's just how he is. Extreme liberal, and more so than when he was elected. And as he has gotten older, he has become more liberal and more left. And that's his point of view. There is no way in hell Canada will reelect him.
Oh, they didn't elect him. He only got like 28% of the vote.
And I don't see any way in hell.
Talk about democracy problems.
Consider he now also has some of the most strict COVID restrictions in America or in the world, even more so than America. And just look at the Blues last night. Let's localize it.
Yeah,
they're
barely anybody in that.
They're not
stadium.
allowed to even go to hockey games. For that oh my God, that's like taking the base out of your hands, Eric.
They can have it.
Out of
They can have it.
and bass players taking their guitars away. So anyway, that's the issue that's going on right now.
It's true.
There are major issues in Canada, and all of a sudden, I mean,
here's the problem: if
Canadians will not sit by. He will not be in office past when he can be in office. There is no way in hell because it just becomes so controversial. The problem is you learn in life about people when hard times come. You know, anybody can lead or anybody can live a life when everything is good, happy, cookies and lemonade poolside. As is often said, you find out about people when times get tough. Yeah. Times have gotten tough, and it's shown his leadership because whether you agree with Trudeau or not, the way in which he has done it, and from the get-go, cast off this group of demonstrators, protesters, just like BLM, as fringe, not knowing what they're doing, crazy, and us against them mentality shows that he's probably not equipped to be a leader of that magnitude. Now,
no, he is equipped to be a leader of that magnitude in his mind. He's like, I guarantee you, Vic, he's like, my day has come. Because remember when they were burning the churches up in Canada?
Yeah.
And he was like, we're very sorry. The history has shown us that we...
Catholic churches.
He was apologizing for the people burning the churches.
Correct. And what's interesting is there is this mentality, Drew Collins, he calls the truckers, and let me finish this, terrorist. He's like, they're blocking commerce. You guys had a fit when BLM was blocking highways. I'm glad he's putting his foot down. Okay, a lot to unpack there, Drew. First of all, one, if they're breaking the law and you want to arrest them, fine. Since when was BLM put in a situation like the Canadian truckers are? They weren't. However, this would mean that you would support BLM protesters having this done to them as well, correct? If they're doing something that the truckers are doing. I'm glad you agree that BLM protesters should face the same sort of treatment. So as long as you're consistent, then that's fine. So, Drew, I'm glad you said on the Viper today that you would do the same thing to BLM protesters. So there we go.
Yeah, we just got that out of Drew. You wouldn't have gotten that out of Drew a year ago. That's for damn
because
sure.
He says they're blocking commerce. Okay, they're terrorists. So then I guess you're calling BLM protesters terrorists as well. We just have to be consistent.
That's cool. Drew just called BLM terrorists. Awesome.
Just be consistent.
By proxy.
BLM should have every right to protest and demonstrate.
How about
just
BLM
like
just gets a good leadership? How about they just get leadership with that $90 million that they inherited? We'll start there. I mean, there's just so much. Look, Democrats.
Wait a second, John.
John who?
I'm sorry. John, you're wrong. And if we need to go back to the news, we'll do this. John just tried to say that
Thank you
BLM
very much.
was not rioting and looting. Criminals preying on a situation where rioting and looting. BLM was a part of rioting and looting.
100%.
We ran the news stories. Now, here's the problem. You had individuals at BLM groups trying to take over what started, but you're a part of the BLM protesting, so you can't pick and choose what you are. You are what you are. You
Exactly.
are. That's the problem.
We all watched.
And
We're
Black
not
Lives Matter
stupid.
did right. I mean,
wasn't it Kamala Harris that said if you're not who said that protesting had to be
AOC.
calm, cool, and collected?
No, AOC said it made you uncomfortable. Is supposed to make you uncomfortable.
Exactly.
Just like the Canadian truckers. Protesting and demonstrating is a free right. It should be allowed. I'm sorry. You BLM, truckers, whatever. It's just if you don't like the flavor of the protesting, you can't say, oh, well, you should be arrested. It's all one or none.
Look, you guys, the Democrats, I'm looking at my watch right now. They've got.
You don't have a watch on?
Well, if I did have a watch on, it would look very proper. You guys have about 6 to 8 months left, and you better destroy as much stuff as you can. Because you don't have a chance in hell to win after these elections. As a matter of fact, the more woke you get in the next 8 months.
But I thought you said you didn't trust the voting system.
Dude.
If you don't trust the voting system, why do you think things are going to change?
Because you can't fake millions and millions and millions of overwhelmed votes.
That's what you said happened with Biden.
No, that was a different thing. I don't know about that. I'm not even going to comment
So
about
then
that
you
anymore.
say that Biden was legit.
I'm just saying, no, I'm not.
Hell no.
Well, then what makes you think something's changed with the voting?
Here's
Maybe
the
it
deal.
didn't.
I'm talking local.
That's my point.
If there were purple Democrats that got into the House of Representatives and the Senate last time, it's not happening this time. It's over. Did you see what happened in San Francisco? The most liberal city in the planet, and they just recalled 3 school board members that were like unnaming like George Washington High School. He's like, we've had enough. In San Francisco, that is a very liberal city. So if it happens in San Francisco, it's going to happen across the country.
It certainly
in
could.
10 months. You're gone.
Damn, it's
I like who was it your idea that you came up with saying we need pictures of all the school board members around here?
No, it wasn't my idea. It's parents around the country.
Well, I thought, you brought it up.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah. No, it's
that's a
just-
fantastic
There's
idea.
a different. Hey, Vic has an idea.
Hey, Vic.
No, that's a great idea.
No, we'll talk about that when we come back too. We'll get more into the Saget family, why they don't want anybody to see the autopsy results, why medical examiners say, yeah, this is more than just hitting your head on a headboard. Really makes you think twice about what happened to Bob Saget. Is Ukraine just pulling America's chain?
They're negotiating.
I say so.
They're negotiating. It's
Because
100.
Vladimir Putin is a genius with military strategery.
I have an idea about that, by the way.
Yeah, so do I. We'll get into that. Why isn't the national media covering the Hillary Clinton scandal? It's very interesting. By the way, that's not going anywhere.
They don't need to.
You don't think so?
No. Who cares what the liberal media doesn't do?
And parents around the country now posting the pictures and names of school board members who are forcing kids to wear masks or did so that when election comes up, if you have an issue, hey, it's called freedom.
Yep.
It's called a
A
brilliant
democracy.
idea.
Then you can vote who you want to vote for. If you agreed with masks, you can vote for those people. If you didn't, then you can vote for somebody else. So much to get into.
Damn teachers.
Eric John.
Wait a second. Don't
Eric-
pick on the teachers.
Eric Johnson, Chris Knight, Angela Sharp. I'm Vic Faust of Fox 2. That's right. We'll get into all of that. Fastest 2 hours of Morning Talk Radio. Back with more right after this.
Edge Morning Traffic.
An accident 70 near Cave Springs is causing delays for eastbound drivers this morning. That slowdown starts back at 370. West of that, no issues on 70 from Winsville over through O'Fallon. 64 drivers on the move from the 6470 split over to the Boone Bridge, then through Chesterfield. And still a jam in North St. Louis County. That's from roadwork. Drivers are tap and go from 367 over to Washington Elizabeth. Getting into downtown is quiet right now on 70, 55, 44, and 6440. I'm Fox 2's Molly Rose. That's your Edge Morning Traffic.
The Edge Morning Show. Yeah, we know we don't start as early as the other shows because we're a lot smarter.
If you want the best, don't settle for the rest. Come to F&S. F&S Collision Repair provides the best customer service, quality of work, paint color match, and paintless dent repair. They do it all. No job too big or too small. Just what your car or truck ordered. F&S Collision. Call today to schedule your appointment and get that car repaired. F&S Collision Repair.
Travers Automotive and RV grand opening in Wentzville across the highway from the GM plant is happening right now. We have a selection of over 1,000 new late model cars and trucks with new vehicles arriving daily. Shop from all makes, all models with financing for everyone. Looking for an RV? We also have over 200 travel trailers, fifth wheels, and motorhomes from Mesa Ridge, Open Range, KZ, Winnebago, Dutchman, and a great selection of used RVs. Whether you're looking for a car, truck, or RV, make Travers Automotive RV your one-stop destination. Located off Highway 70 at the Highway A exit.
Cutting the price of your wireless bill feels good. Really good. So good, you gotta try it. With Straight Talk, you can get our Silver Unlimited plan for just $45 a month. Now with unlimited high-speed data, plus 5 gigabytes hotspot data, and no contract, with nationwide 5G on America's best networks. Why pay a whole lot for your data when you can get unlimited for a whole lot less? Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise. 5G capable device required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary. See terms and conditions at straighttalk.com.
Journey in concert. Freedom Tour 2022, March 21st at Enterprise Center. Journey with very special guest, Toto. Tickets on sale now at JourneyMusic.com. Don't miss Journey Live. Produced by AEG Presents.
You could save big when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive, but when we just come out and say it, it feels like it falls a bit flat. So we're going to tap into human emotion. First with some music. Then in a serious tone, I'll say, save big when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive. And even though it was about saving money with Progressive, we'll fade out the music so you know it was poignant. Wow, powerful stuff. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discount not available in all states or situations.
Hi, this is Caitlin. You're listening to the Eggs Morning Show.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
I love these guys. They make funny with their mouths.
The Edge Morning Show.
You need to shop Kohl's right now. I mean, they have so many deals. I got 60% off holiday decor, so I'm set for next year. Fleece for under $20 and 60% off bedding. Even better, I used the Kohl's cash I earned from my holiday shopping and got it all in less than an hour with free store pickup. Who's ready to ring in the savings? Select styles. Ends December 31st. Some exclusions apply. See store or kohls.com for details.
Now another hour of the Edge Morning Show on KFNS Troy St. Charles. The Edge Morning Show.
Spectrum Glass is known for their quality work on windshields, but they do so much more. Spectrum Glass also specializes in residential, commercial, and automotive window tinting. Reduce the heat, reduce the fading, and increase your comfort with professional window tinting from Spectrum Glass. Serving St. Charles and surrounding counties since 1995, Spectrum Glass is still your premier company for windshield replacement. And with free mobile service, they come to you. 636-294-1800 on Facebook and SpectrumGlassOnline.com.
Viper weather with legendary chief meteorologist Dave Murray.
Hi, this is Viper meteorologist Dave Murray on this Wednesday. Cloudy skies, windy and mild. There'll be a couple of showers mainly late today. So let's think today mainly a dry day. 60 degrees for the high. Tonight windy with rain and some non-severe thunderstorms. Heavy rain possible, especially late tonight. We could see an inch of rain overnight tonight. And again, there will be some rumbles of thunder, flashes of lightning. We get back to 40 degrees, so we hold well above freezing. On Thursday, rain and some thunderstorms in the morning on Thursday. Then a mix of rain, freezing rain, sleet, and wet snow going through the afternoon. It's going to be a slow changeover. Temperatures in the 40s, but dropping into the 30s. And again, that's going to be a slow process. An inch or less of sleet and snow by late Thursday afternoon into Thursday evening. Thursday night, clearing skies. How about 15? And then Friday, sunny and in the 30s. From the Viper Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray. Now back to the Edge on 100.7, The Viper.
Whipper River Electric, a Touchstone Energy cooperative. The Edge Morning Show.
Local headlines now with Fox 2's Vic Faust.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. 9:01, time for your morning headlines. It is February 16th. Happy Hump Day Wednesday. Unfortunately, boy was shot late Tuesday night in South St. Louis. Police said he was shot multiple times along Hickory Lane right near Dillon Drive. It happened about 11:45 p.m. He was conscious and breathing when he was taken to the hospital. No update on his condition right now. FoxNow.com, we had a great story last night. Boeing offers programs, Chris, to help employees become pilots.
Nice.
We focused on a young African-American woman last night who's cruising all around getting her pilot's license. So if you're Boeing, you can learn how to become a pilot, and they take care of it for you.
Go do it.
I know. Pretty damn cool. That's what I thought as well. Washington Park woman says her home is burned 3 times. She's looking for help and what's going on with that situation. A St. Louis mom is warning of a rare syndrome that can cut off babies' circulation, and you don't think it can happen to you, well, you need to get your babies checked out. That's also on fox2now.com. A man has been charged after a woman was shot and killed in Greenville last week. It was a major story. Police have done what they can right now to get that into the courts. Demonstrators showed up in Jefferson City yesterday. It's become a major story in the state. They were rallying for the GOP heavy map, the congressional map, as the Senate has now decided to table the debate. If they can't agree, this will eventually go to the courts on creating a congressional map. Many want the 7-1 advantage, Republicans over Democrats, that the state already had. Those who are opposed to it want more of a 5-3 and switching it around. We'll see where all of that goes. Bob Onder does want all of St. Charles County, though, to be in the same congressional district. He says it doesn't make sense to split up St. Charles County. I guess that would make sense as well. Collinsville, Illinois, home on fire this morning. Major fire. If you want to, you can check that out on fox2now.com as well. That's a look at your morning headlines. I'm Vic Faust.
This is Sharp on Sports. Now, here's Angela Sharp.
We talked about it a little bit at the top of the show. The Blues did beat Ottawa last night 5-2. Tarasenko had 2 goals. Vic's favorite, Husso, was in net for 18 saves. Billy! For his 11th victory, matching Bennington. The Blues have actually won 3 of their last 4 on the road and 5 of their last 8. Last night win was Armstrong's 500th game as the Blues GM, so that's pretty cool. And I don't know that people like him, people hate him, but Alex Ovechkin scored a goal last night, so that is he's in history, right? He is 30-goal seasons. He's had 16 30-goal seasons. I do. I think it's awesome. That makes him the 46th player in NHL history to have scored 500 goals. I mean, that's an impressive stat. I like that. That's sports.
Alex Ovechkin?
Yeah. You know that guy?
Yeah,
You're familiar with him?
I thought it was Sidney Crosby, so.
No, Alex Ovechkin.
I know. I'd rather those.
You think they're the same
Actually,
person?
no.
This is the Edge Morning Show.
Hey, guys, welcome back to the show. You're listening to The Edge. Eric Johnson, Chris Knight, Angela Sharp. I'm Vic Faust of Fox 2. Fastest 2 hours of morning talk radio. Appreciate you joining us. You can always give Angela a call at 636-695-2915. Catch us at ViperRocks.com, the app, or on Facebook, 100.7 The Viper. And, of course, share the show, as always. Eric Johnson, Chris Knight, Angela Sharp, the dancing Angela Sharp. I'm Vic Faust of Fox 2. No, what I was talking about is Sidney Crosby scored his 500th career goal last night. I didn't know Alex Ovechkin did. That would be quite a feat if Ovechkin and Crosby both scored 500 goals on the same night.
Ovechkin. 30th, 16th.
You can't be a superstar in the NHL when you can't say the guy's name. Ovechkin.
Actually, it was Sidney Crosby scored his 500th goal last night.
Yeah, and Ovechkin has how many seasons?
A lot.
16.
A lot.
30 goal.
He has a lot. Anyway, also, the American hockey team got upset last night. The number 1 seeded United States team lost to Slovakia in a shootout. It was a stunner. It's unfortunate. So no gold medal to them, much less a bronze. But the women play tonight. The women play Canada. I think it starts at about 11:05 p.m.
This is exactly how Angela feels when I start talking politics. I just don't care.
Yeah, that's fine. We're still getting it out.
Yeah, well, we talked about it before you got here, too.
I love that this is happening. I just want to. It's like when I try to teach someone guitar and I try to teach them
It's just a
left-handed.
quick update. It's a big sports thing tonight.
Is it?
The women, yeah, you got to be fair to the women.
I'm not fair to anybody. It could be monkeys. I don't care. It's like,
well, that's all
I
right.
don't care.
That's cool.
Nobody cares about the Olympics right now.
They may not.
No,
Vic
they don't.
did, but you weren't listening
Like
this morning, were
I'm gonna-
you? Vic was upset when he first got here.
I was upset that the men lost because
he
I
was
care.
very upset.
But I also but there's hope with the women, so I'm trying to be fair to women. We need to always be fair to the women. I mean, unless you don't want to be fair to the women.
There's nothing to be fair. Here, I'll tell you what. I'm going to talk for 5
The
minutes.
women play for the gold medal. That's all. We don't have to make it a big deal.
I'm gonna
women
talk
play
for 5
the gold
minutes.
medal tonight at 11:10 against Canada. Yes, I will be watching.
I'm going to talk for 10 minutes
Because I love that women can play sports and do what the guys
That's
can
fine.
do.
Now here I'm going to talk for
I'm
half
sorry
an
you
hour.
don't want to give women
I'm going to
credit.
talk. Let me just tell you my favorite apple butters. Musselman's is amazing.
Oh, I like Musselman's apple butter.
Oh, you got excited about that?
Yeah, I like to-
that's not the effect I was going for.
Oh, no, I like to put it on asparagus.
Oh!
I do like asparagus,
Just
but not
screwed
with
my day
apple
up.
butter. I wouldn't put apple butter on
I'm not
that.
trying. I'm not trying to be mean.
I like to put
Put some
asparagus
butter
in
and
an
some
apple
salt.
martini.
Ooh, that does sound fantastic. An apple teeny with some apple butter in it. Anyway, I don't mean to be mean. I just you're right. The women need their due. And the men are great, and everybody's great. And
No, don't get Vic started on the men.
No, I'm done with the men.
Everybody's fantastic.
My hope
He's
is
quitting them.
I have.
It's
Eric,
just
we're
when it
going to
be-
concentrate on American sports: football, baseball, basketball, and for Chris, bowling.
That's right.
Bowling's
Can't
cool,
forget about
man.
my bowling.
Bowling. I'll tell you
Hey,
what.
we
I've become real fast. I've become an addict.
It's always real fast.
It is. I always go down now to see Chris bowl on Thursday nights.
You do?
Because it's fun, and I'm actually engaged. It's like a soap opera. These guys are really good. Now back to COVID.
Back to the phone lines. We appreciate it. By the way, if you want to give us a call. But the phone number is 6. Yeah, we're going to go back into the 1980s and take a phone call. Who's on the line and what do you want to talk about? Welcome to The Edge.
Hey, it's Joe Betts. I just want to say good morning. Love the show. I think Angela Sharp's amazing. And sketchy local truck drivers. Want to say hi.
Oh, we love that. Thanks so much, Joe.
Can we get a
Yes.
There we go. Thanks, man.
That's awesome. Thanks, Joe.
See, truck drivers are pretty damn cool.
I love that he called us.
He called you. He didn't
called
call
you.
us.
We've
He called us.
asked-
He said he loves the show.
That's
and
fine.
He likes me.
Angela, we've asked people to call you.
Angela, nobody
Okay, well,
cares to talk
thanks for
to
calling
us.
me, Joe.
They don't want to talk to us, especially truck drivers. They want to talk to you.
Yeah,
That's
I
right.
love that.
Yeah.
For a second, I thought it was going to be the truck driver I hitchhiked with. I thought he was going to be like, "Oh, I'm the one who
I've
drove
been wondering where you've been, girl.
By the way, the phone number is 636-695-2915. 636-695-2915. All right, if you have a water bottle that's sitting around anywhere.
I have
and
a water
know-
bottle.
Like I'm assuming it's a plastic one, but here's what it says. A new report, and you guys decide what this is.
Okay.
Never drink old water from a reusable.
Okay, I was always wondered that.
Okay, from a reusable soft plastic water bottle.
Uh-oh, I do this all the time. Why not?
Well, because researchers have tested that water, and they tested water that's been sitting in one of these reusable for 24 hours, and
Yeah.
guess what it was full of?
Toxins.
Little maggots.
Mm,
Little tiny maggots.
little chemical
Maybe
maggots.
if you left like soda or beer. No, chemicals, full of freaking chemicals.
I always wondered that, Vic.
And here's what happened.
Yeah.
If you're drinking water that's been in a reusable water bottle overnight, stop right
But
now.
why?
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 Well, the researchers at the University of Copenhagen analyzed the water samples, and the water that had been in there for 24 hours was loaded with toxic chemicals
I
from
knew
the
it. I
plastic.
knew it. I knew it.
From the plastic water bottle. It
Because-
totally makes
So
sense.
can I not use any type of plastic, or is that hard plastic okay?
Yeah, does it say hard plastic on the
It doesn't
bottle?
say hard
No,
plastic.
that's a legit. Yeah, that's a legitimate
It says
question.
soft. It says soft.
It does say
How
soft?
do you know what is soft plastic and what is hard plastic?
Exactly. What is old and what's not old.
So
It's one of
basically,
those
anything
deals
I
again.
purchase from a gas station, I can't drink.
Not necessarily.
No, soft.
Okay.
Yeah, because everybody's difference of hard and soft can be different as well.
So about a year ago, there was a study that said if you have a water bottle in your car and it gets hot, by no means drink that water.
Exactly.
And I
Or
was like, why?
Or don't buy cases of water in water bottles that a gas station might even have sitting near a door or outside of a door that has a possibility of getting warm.
Wow.
Yeah, that is true, too.
We all do
What
that.
they found was hundreds of substances, including what are called photoinitiators, which can mess with your hormones and
man.
potentially cause cancer.
Oh, come on.
Well,
All right, well, I'm
this
gonna
is
go.
true.
I'm
These
gonna
aren't
go clean
my
out
opinion,
my
Angela. These
fridge.
are just stats. It's not my opinion.
What about when you buy a big case of water and you don't know how long it's been at like the Target or Walmart or wherever you're buying your water
You don't know
from?
anything.
You don't.
You don't know crap.
Right? So I
That could-
can't use that either?
If it says,
Oh my God! I got another bad thing for you.
Go.
Researchers also found, and they studied water bottles that had been through a dishwasher.
Here we go.
And after that, there were even more chemicals.
Oh, because
they say it's because your dishwasher wears down the plastic and allows it to leach more chemicals into your water.
Yep.
The lead author of the University of Copenhagen study says he'll never use plastic water bottles again.
Yep.
And suggest a quality stainless steel bottle instead. We just try to help on this show.
Dude, this is kind of like the millennials generation of just finding out that don't suck on iron paint. Remember that? Or lead paint. Lead paint. I mean, it is the same thing. It's like your parents didn't know that it was going to screw your kids up back in the 60s and 70s with all that lead paint, and the kids would get the chips in their mouth, and they would have really bad problems. This is that. Just for the millennials, they have to figure out how to fix this problem, or they have to identify the problem first of all.
I love the emoji on the Facebook line. If anybody's on Facebook, that Michelle Newman put up, it was almost like, oh my God. Stacy says plastics like that are part of the reason our men are emasculated. Never heard that.
Oh.
I wonder because I have a case of water that I bought at like a Target that's been in my trunk for like a year.
Don't drink it.
So that is not going to be good to drink, is what you're telling me.
No. Pete says we're all doomed. Exactly.
Oh, no.
Throw it away.
Throw it away, girl.
TikTok did tell me no plastic anything in my house.
Rob says that Vic's just a bundle of good news today.
I mean, he really is.
I guess I'm going to drive off a cliff.
He really is.
I told you when I came in today, someday it's not me creating this. It's just me pushing out what we see. It's just one of those days. And we haven't even gotten into Saget or Ukraine yet.
You feel so good today after you talk to Vic. You don't go home and slit your wrist. It's fine.
That's right.
Because Vic is always like, man, well, at least I have one more weekend at Napoli. I'll be all right.
I can't even tell you the last time I was at Napoli.
Well,
I think you've been to Napoli since I've been to Napoli.
The potential
I've definitely been there since you've been there.
Woo! Anyway, let's continue with the good news.
Oh, jeez.
I've always wondered that. Thank you, Vic. That's good.
See, it's news you can use.
Yes.
No, that one does concern me, but I will go.
And Angela, you
things
perked
away.
up, girl. You did.
Because I'm going to have to go throw things away that I didn't know I was throwing away.
Yeah, life
I
is
thought
about
I was
learning.
prepping for like the zombie apocalypse.
Not in plastic.
But I'm not.
Not in plastic.
Glenn says plastic makes men grow man buns. I love that joke. I appreciate it. I'm sorry, I'm not a fan of man buns.
Well, who
just
is?
Not. Unless you're a Japanese.
There's not.
Well, wait a second. It depends on who's wearing the man bun.
Oh, stop it.
What is that? Jason
let me put
Momoa, right? That guy?
Let me put my hair up.
He can wear a man bun all he would like.
Not unless you're a Japanese sumo wrestler. Should you be wearing a man
with
bun?
a big diaper?
Females back me up. There are some men that can pull that off.
It's not a matter whether you can pull it off.
Like Jason.
You want to pull it
matter,
off.
Yeah. Pull off your damn head. Let me put my man bun on, okay?
I'm outnumbered, guys.
You're a country chick. How do you like man buns?
You can have she can like man buns.
She can?
Yeah, I just don't like them.
What a conversation. I want a copy of this later. Talking about man buns.
It's on the Facebook page. Just go screen record it. It's fine.
So Glenn Thompson, thanks. I appreciate it. Robert Peterball actually says yes from the plastics. They promote estrogens. Not good for females either.
I thought I was supposed to have a lot of that estrogen.
You don't want too much.
You don't want too much of that
Yeah,
garbage.
you don't. Too much of anything is not good.
Okay.
Michelle says, Angela, you ain't lying, but he's the only one I've ever seen that could wear a man bun.
Okay, but he can pull that off.
You would never bring
He's
a
single,
man
Angela.
bun to your mom and dad.
Sure, he would.
Hi, this is Harold. He has a man bun.
Harold.
Whatever.
That would
I just
put
can't
me
see
on
anybody
pause right
named
straight
Harold
away.
So the
wearing a
name
man
would
bun.
put you in buns.
Yeah. If the hot guy walks up and I'm like, "What's your name?" and he's like, "Harold," I think I'd be like,
Oh, that's so sad.
I don't know
What
about
if he
that.
said? What if
That's
he said,
namist.
Hey, I'm Harry.
Harry I can deal with,
Yeah.
but Harold I cannot. If he's going by Harold, no. That's a solid probably no.
Damn, that is horrible. What? What if everything's going fantastic? You just got off Twitter or wherever you met the guy.
I met him on Twitter.
You met him on Twitter. You went to Napoli. You had
Did
a great
you mean Tinder?
Tinder.
I was going to say Twitter.
Whatever.
What a weird place to meet people.
And no, Angela's not on Tinder.
Well, I'm
She
just
has said that
saying.
Before.
I have
And then
said
all of
that
a sudden
before.
you have this great night, and you look in his eyes, and you go, "Man, what's your name and
Wait,
number?"
wow, we've been gone the whole date and I didn't know his name.
Well, for
Hey,
whatever
Jeannie,
reason,
tell your son to stop wearing a man bun ASAP.
and he goes,
Is
and
Jeannie's son attractive?
It doesn't matter if you're attractive or not.
You are missing the point.
Am
It's a man bun.
It doesn't matter
I feel
if
like
you
it
can wear it or
matters.
not.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I feel like it does.
Jeannie,
It's a
is your
man
son
bun.
a sumo warrior?
Her son's probably like 10, and we're going to be like
Okay.
put in jail for this.
All right.
I feel like the guys that wear man buns, they just have no interest in women. They're like, I don't care.
What do they have interest in?
Something else, because they know they're not going to get a chick with a man bun. That's how I feel. I don't. Maybe it's me.
All right. I was very concerned about this, guys. Bob Saget's family has sued now to make sure that no pictures, and I get that, or information from his autopsy can be released anymore because medical experts were weighing in over the weekend. When the autopsy came out, the medical report, not only did Saget have multiple fractures in the back of his head, he had them all the way around his head, including the eye sockets, which we talked about on this show. So it wasn't just the back and then the eye sockets. He had fractures covering his entire head.
Yeah, what happened?
Now, is that just because he's old and his bones are
No,
weak?
no. Talk to Angela real quick because he's going down a path.
Okay.
His bones are so. Also,
Vic knows
medical
things.
exam. No, it's not me. It's the medical. I don't say. I say what the medical exam. I report news.
Okay.
Medical examiners, top medical examiners around the country who first saw it said something's not adding up here. They said the injuries that are sustained here are not even close to being of hitting your head on a headboard.
Sounds like an assault.
They are what are equivalent to and looks exactly like somebody being smashed in the head with a baseball bat or an iron rod of some sort or falling 20 to 30 feet from a ledge and hitting your head.
And then ending up on your bed and just passing away.
And then just ending up on your bed and laying there nicely and passing away.
So we want to find.
It's just bizarro to me. The family, once again, they're fine with what the medical examiner is saying. They just don't want anybody to talk about it anymore.
Okay, I don't know how I feel about that because if you're of a celebrity nature, I kind of feel like we want to know too. We've given you a lot of our time through the years.
When you're a celebrity, you make money off the public. Your life is not private anymore.
Yeah, it's not just the family.
It's always been that way.
It's like Michael Jackson when he died. We had to go into every ounce of how that happened, and for months we talked about it. And Saget didn't just pass away of COVID in Florida on his bed peacefully. Something happened. Well, what the hell was it? And the family's like, nah, sorry, it ends here.
But Todd brings up another good point, and I've heard this as well. Despite the autopsy, the medical report, if someone attacked him, there would be blood, right?
Not necessarily. A cracked skull. That's what you said, right? It's a cracked skull. You would think there would be like bruising in the eyes and there would be all kinds of. It's not. They made it sound like, oh, they found him in his bed. He looked peaceful. Oh, look, he had a concussion. He must have hit his head by falling or something like that. And now it's gone into a different level.
But multiple fractures all around the head.
Yes. We got to know. I'm sorry. I hope the judge says no. We're finding out, and the public's going to know too.
Well, no. The judge.
Are we sure it's not just because his bones are brittle? And when you have brittler bones, your head cracks more.
The family are suing.
Brittler bones is probably not the appropriate terminology.
The family
for that.
is
but
suing.
If
right?
you're like a 65-year-old man and you fall and then you break a bunch of bones in your arm, it's just because your bones are weak. Because you drink more alcohol than you do milk.
Bob Saget was not 95 years old.
exactly.
He was not it wasn't like a World War II veteran. He was walking, he was
To answer
healthy.
Angela's question, these are top medical examiners from across the country who are saying this is consistent, not with an old man's bones. It's consistent with being struck in the head.
Yes.
This isn't us saying it or coming up with hypotheses. These are the experts around wait a second, we need to take a second look at this.
Well, can we
because of
just
why
take a
it's
second look at
consistent.
it and they'll tell us at the end instead of because I can see from the family's point of view not
What do you
wanting.
mean? Tell us. You're talking about a couple different things.
A bunch of people look at this autopsy and then they tell us later, Bob really died of being, I don't know, hit with a baseball bat. But telling everybody debating it, I can see how that would be stressful.
You're talking about two different issues, though.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, the main issue, one.
The family doesn't want it out in the world.
No,
But
exactly.
that's issue number one.
And they have a right, and they have every right.
I believe that should be a thing.
But the second issue that you're talking about is the fact that medical experts from like top medical experts from around the country came out and went, whoa, wait a second. Something's going on here because we've seen this several times in our life. This is all about being hit in the head or falling 20 to 30 feet, not somebody who just hit their head on the headboard.
Well, I feel like they can say that.
Yeah, they're
but
the
like
experts.
do it in your own. Like why do they have to tell us? Like us, the people, shouldn't know until they have a definitive.
They don't have a
done.
definitive on Jeffrey Epstein
done.
yet. Jeffrey Epstein, they don't have a definitive. They go, we think he just kind of killed himself, but we don't know for sure. The reason this is important is because this is the difference of the media coming out, the day one going, oh, it looks like Bob Saget has passed of COVID. Remember that? Remember when that story comes out? Yeah. He passed of COVID in his hotel room. Oh, wait a minute. Looks like he might have had a concussion now. Remember that?
Yep.
Then it went to concussion mode. Now, did Bob Saget get struck in the back of the head by somebody trying to rob him in the lobby? So it's a big difference between the first narrative and, hey, we want to find out what happened to this guy. And because we're fans, and it's not just like your next door neighbor who nobody knows. Everybody knows Bob Saget. We deserve a right, or I feel like we do, to know what the hell happened. It's news. It's newsworthy.
And here's the other thing. It has not been uncommon for a local medical examiner to release a report on a death that is very suspicious when other top medical examiners from across the country go, wait a second. That's the same thing we have all the time. That's not somebody hitting their head on a headboard.
Right.
Look at the autopsy. Look at the x-rays. Evidence, factual evidence shows that this was not possible by hitting your head on a headboard and then not getting knocked out or just sitting there in a bed. That's why it was just
it's going to
suck.
Whatever. It's going to suck for us for the next 20 years if we don't know.
It could be one of those things. Whatever happened to Bob Saget?
It could become legendary. Well, let's squash that real quick. It would be nice to know, hey, man, he got assaulted in the lobby. He tried to make it back to his hotel room. Doesn't look like he made it. We're looking for the perpetrators right now. That would be a good, if that's what happened.
But you know what's interesting, too, though? He did have COVID when he died. He did have his COVID shots. He did have the booster. And then, as we were just told, the comedian who we talked about, the female who passed out, had a brain Bellin 2. Bellin, brain 2, also had head fractures.
I think that means bleed.
Bleed, probably. Brain bleed. I think you're right.
Okay, you know
head
what?
Head fractures and black eyes.
He got the vaccination. He passed out, fell down the steps, tried to get back to his room. Boom, there you go. I just solved it. Moving on to COVID.
We got to take a break. Eric Johnson, Chris Knight, Angela Sharp. I promise we'll get into the Ukraine stuff. We'll get into the scandal that nobody's talking about right now, the attorney scandal with Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. Anything else you guys want to get into? Fastest 2 hours of Morning Talk Radio. It's going fast, as it always does. Eric Johnson, Chris Knight, the Angela Sharp. I'm Vic Faust of Fox 2. I'm glad you like that, Angela. We'll be back with more right after this.
Hey, it's Shanny from the Legendary Lunch, and if you're hiring somebody to come in and do a project for you or your business, you need to trust them. And trust is built. Well, that's what Concrete Bob and everybody over at Concrete Masters does every day. They build trust, and they do it with quality work. And it shows in their porches and patios, the driveways and walkways they pour, the garages. Whether it's commercial or residential, Concrete Masters does it all. For new projects to tear out and replacement, if it's flat, Concrete Masters makes it great. So if you've got an upcoming concrete project and you don't call Concrete Masters, well, it's your own asphalt. Call them today, Concrete Masters, 314-486-0926. Tell them you want to speak to Concrete Bob and plan your next project today. 314-486-0926. It's Concrete Masters.
Ask Sherwin-Williams and get your color your way. We've made it easier than ever to try and buy color. preview paint colors in your home with our Color Snap app. Then visit swsamples.com to have color chips delivered to your door for free. Or order some peel and stick samples to try on your wall. When you're ready to paint, shop online or stop by your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store and get everything you need.
Hey, it's Shanny for Mascots Bar and Grill, and I'll tell you what, if you're looking for a place to watch the game with friends, Cardinals, Blues, whatever, it's Mascots Bar and Grill. If you're looking for a place for happy hour, it's Mascots Bar and Grill. Heck, grab some friends, get a table, and play rock and roll bingo every night and twice on Saturdays at Mascots Bar and Grill. You can win some great prizes. Seriously, great prizes at Mascots for playing rock and roll bingo. And it's absolutely free to play. Wednesday night is ladies' night, and you won't believe the specials they have going on there. Come by for lunch. They're the home of the legendary lunch special. You go tell them you're FOS, you're a friend of Shanny's, and you want that big old burger and fries for just $5, and they're going to give it to you fresh and hot, just the way you ordered it, and it's so delicious, and you don't have to do the dishes. If you go once, you will go again and again. Mascots Bar and Grill, home of the legendary lunch special.
Weber Chevrolet has been in business since 1902. No other car dealer in St. Louis of any brand can say that. Nobody sells more Chevrolet, period. Weber Chevrolet is one dealer with 3 roofs. In Missouri at Olive and 270, and in Illinois Metro East, Columbia, and Granite City. All easy to get to, just follow the 270 loop. Also, all online accessible at WeberChevrolet.com. Right now, Weber Chevrolet is open but very thorough in their cleaning, disinfecting, and social distancing rules. And don't forget, Weber Chevrolet service departments are award-winning and second to none. In fact, other dealers send their problems to Weber Chevy to fix. Now during this crisis, Weber Chevrolet has teamed up with Detroit to come up with awesome deals to help people save money and manage their budget. Discounts, incentives, and the ability to not make your payment for up to 4 months. Weber Chevrolet since 1902, WeberChevrolet.com.
Hi, it's Julie again with Ben's Moving and Storage in Wentzville, Missouri, located at the intersection of Wilmer Road and Interstate Drive. We offer on-site security and 24/7 access. We are proud to have served as your one-stop shop for all your moving and storage needs since 1984. Right now, we are offering $25 off moving or a free month storage for new customers. For more information, visit us at bensmovingandstorage.com, and don't forget to follow us on Facebook for future storage sales. Ben's Moving and Storage in Wentzville.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider and are only available if the provider determines a prescription is appropriate. Subscription required. See website for full details and important safety information.
Hey guys, good news. The expensive little blue pill is now generic, which means the prescription medication to treat ED is super affordable at 4hims.com. And now get your first online doctor's visit free at 4hims.com. That's right. Zero copay, no awkward face-to-face conversations to get your prescription. That's really good news. To start your free online visit, go to this exclusive address, 4hims.com/joy. That's FORHIMS.com/joy.
Here comes more of the Edge Morning Show.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show, the fastest 2 hours in morning talk radio. Check out this shot, courtesy of EarthCam from east side of, it's East St. Louis, looking at the Gateway Arch in our beautiful city. Weather's decent now. It could get a lot nastier by the end of tonight and tomorrow with rain, possible some sleet, possibly snow. Who knows? We'll wait and see, but that is a nice shot. I'm trying to see. We had somebody standing out there, too, I guess. Looked like a photographer out there, didn't it, Chris?
It did. Maybe it was one of your Fox 2.
Hey, maybe it was. Maybe I'm looking out there now. I can't tell. But anyway. All right, welcome back to the show. Wednesday, February 16th. Eric Johnson's here. Chris Knight, Tabitha Hassel. I did it again.
Wow.
Oh.
That's the second time I haven't been mean.
Well, the first time I didn't say it. I went
You started, yeah.
But I am so damn tired today.
That's all right.
As I told you before.
I'm not offended. It's fine.
What's your name?
Angela. My name's Angela.
Oh, yeah, the dancing
With 2
Angela
L's,
Sharp.
right?
With 2 L's,
With
yeah.
2 L's.
And
Very important.
And an
Right.
E on Sharp. But this is what happens when you stay up till 1 o'clock in the morning and you don't get a lot of sleep.
Whose fault was that?
Mine.
Oh, because you watched the Olympics.
Because I stayed up to watch the men's hockey team.
Don't get him started again, please.
They gave up the
Did
tying
it turn
goal.
out good?
No.
They gave up the tying goal with
If looks
44
could kill.
seconds left. And then they didn't score one goal in 5 shots and over. It looked like we had a better shot, the 4 of us, than the penalty shots that the Americans had. So anyway, so we're back. Yes, we're back here. Eric, I know you've been fired up about this.
I'm fired up about everything.
You're fired up about this whole Hillary Clinton investigation.
Me too.
Remember, Angela asked, I think it was Angela, and if it wasn't you, it was somebody asked me, it was from the Facebook line. The organization that I told you about, which runs all of the reports, the algorithms on what's Republican, what's negative, what's conservative, what's liberal, when you look at something, it's called the Media Research Center. They found that ABC, CBS, and NBC, just those newscasts alone, spent over 2,600 minutes of news covering the investigations into the alleged Russian collusion hoax up until July of 2019. That was nearly 20%.
How many minutes?
Over 2,600 minutes of news, which is it was at 20% of all news was about that. Then it was found out that it was a hoax. Well, now those same organizations, ABC, CBS, NBC, have done 0 minutes of news covering the Durham filing about the, quote, scandal with the Hillary Clinton campaign, basically mining information about Trump. What happened was the court filing was made Friday. This was at the Friday, and this is where it becomes a crazy story to remind everybody. Durham was appointed during the Trump administration to investigate the origins of the Russian probe.
Yes.
It revealed that a tech firm mined internet data from Trump Tower during the 2016 election and then at the White House. And it was to establish an inference and a narrative tying Trump to Russia. Well, they couldn't find it. But in doing so, Tech Executive One indicated that he was seeking to please certain VIPs, including law firm number one and the Clinton campaign. This is a major story, but nobody's talking about it. As a journalist, it kind of frustrates me. Hey, we covered the Trump situation. Okay, we covered it. I'm glad we did. We realized
every
nothing was
single
there.
day.
We need, but as a journalist,
Every
I wish that
single
we
day.
would cover this because I think every story should be covered and all sides heard.
Okay.
But we're not covering it from a
See,
national
now you have a
standpoint.
legitimate story of which you should be covering every single day, even though you can't really yet, of espionage towards actually a sitting president at the time, in which the consultants, quote unquote, utilized the DOJ and other agencies to get information, not to find out information, Angela, but to create what is called a narrative, right? So if they have a credit card of Trump in Moscow, they're going to utilize that to start an entire narrative that he's colluding with Russia. Boom. And that's how this whole thing went down. And what it really ended up being was 3 to 4 years of complete shutting Trump's initiatives down is really what happened.
Well, it's bizarre. MSNBC has completely ignored it.
I saw that.
It doesn't make any sense why. Morning Joe finally addressed it yesterday, but they made fun of the process.
They sure did. It was embarrassing. for
I'm
him.
like, CNN dedicated less than 3 minutes to the subject.
Edward R. Murrow would be rolling over in his grave if he saw Joe Scarborough.
And these are the kind of things that frustrate me being a journalist, even though I'm not a national guy. It just cover the stories, cover them all. We just got to, because nobody's ever going to respect TV, local or national, until you're doing the stories the right way and covering everything. And you can't let bias get in the way of anything. Cover it all.
And that starts from
we try to have fun in the show.
That starts from the
but
earned.
You gotta.
Yeah, it does.
In the Washington Post, they have quotes that say, this is just going to be met with an eye roll. People are tired. At least Democrats are tired of the attacks on her. And a lot of them know these are warrantless and without any basis in fact.
You know what? I'll tell you what. Let me play.
Who said that?
The Washington Post.
Washington
Okay,
Post.
they are completely left.
But
whatever.
you got to understand, the Washington Post is a hardcore left-leaning liberal outlet, so you know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
The Washington Times is different.
Oh, wait, that's what I was reading from the Washington Times.
The Washington Times is more of a I won't say conservative. Man, it's more so than the Post. So you have to look at the entire article. Is it ripping media for not covering it, or have you had a chance to read the whole media?
I'm kind of skimming it. So
okay.
So the deal is this. Let me be fair to Hillary. There was someone going into the DOJ. There were agencies that were spying on Trump. That is a massive story. You can eye roll all you want. All you want.
I wasn't eye
Not
rolling.
you.
Okay.
You're
pointing at me. I was scared.
No. I'm just talking about the.
Yeah.
So go ahead,
Don't be
Democrats. Eye roll all you want. You had no evidence against Trump, and you pursued that for 4 years. This is going to be different. If Hillary wasn't involved in this, if she was just like paying the bills and like, I don't know what you guys are doing, but hey, have fun, and it comes out that that's the case, I'll go, okay, cool. Put the other guys in jail. Put them in jail for a long time because they were spying on a sitting United States president. But if it was just low-level cats and that Hillary had nothing to do with this, I'm cool with that if Durham finds it out. However, if Durham finds out that Hillary was paying bills and colluding with the low-level guys, that's a different thing altogether. But we do need to know about every step of the way what happens. So I would love to chime in on Fox 2 now every single day and have a little bit more of a nugget of the story, and we'll read about it. I won't be rolling my eyes. That won't be happening. Sorry.
That the title of that Washington Times article says new spying claims Hillary Clinton, but do not tarnish the image with Democrats or quell her 2024 buzz.
She is crooked as hell. It doesn't.
I agree.
It doesn't even matter. You can vote for all you want. I don't care. But you're going to be voting for a crooked politician.
I can't wait till Friday.
What's Friday?
Conspiracy Theory Friday. We need to do a thing. We need to do a little thing on Hillary Clinton. The Clintons and themselves. You know how many people have died, or they claim have died or gone missing because of the Clintons?
That is
scuttlebutt.
That has been
theory.
out there for quite some time.
It has been out there. It has been out there for quite some time.
Where's Gherkin when we need him?
Yeah.
Well, it is interesting, too, because also today, President Biden is now ordering the release of Trump White House visitor logs. This is very interesting. To the House committee investigation of January 6th, 2021. This is why Republicans won't participate in this, because they say this is overreaching. All this is trying to do is dirty up things from the past that have nothing to do with January 6th. But once more, Biden is rejecting the former President Donald Trump's claims of executive privilege.
Yeah, so much for bringing the country together, huh?
Well, yeah, it's as divisive as it's ever been, and it's only going to get worse, unfortunately.
That's why I say Democrats.
So
I'm
this
speaking
story
softly.
with Durham, it's not going any. I don't think it's going anywhere. Meaning, I don't think it's going to be brushed aside. I don't. I think somehow, some way.
Of course it's not. You know why?
You can't, because
know
this
why?
is a legal issue now.
No.
And it's a big
No,
one,
this is
too.
worse. Let me tell you why it's worse
It's a
for
big
Hillary.
one.
This is worse for Hillary because of this. Mueller was very politicized. Do you guys remember Mueller? You remember the Mueller?
Yeah,
You don't
Robert
remember the
Mueller?
Mueller?
Come on.
Angela, we have to go to lunch. Mueller was very politicized. A lot of political hacks were in that thing. It was very left-leaning. This thing is methodical. This guy has no stake in this game. This guy is like, look, I'm gonna produce my report. I'm gonna let you know who's guilty, who's not guilty, who we have indictments for, who's not, and then I'm gonna go to Florida and I'm not gonna worry about this. This guy is so unpartisan. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, but Eric, it's because he had the national media to run the stuff. If you come against the national media hasn't covering the stories. It's not just the national, like ABC, CBS, and NBC that we talked about. You've also got every single outlet refusing to cover it. CNN, MSNBC, as we were just talking about.
Let me tell you a story.
But also the AP, Reuters, USA Today, Axios, NPR, the Daily Beast have all avoided
People don't
it.
get their news from there anymore.
Certainly they do.
CNN has a viewership less than most baseball games on any given day. Fox News is running the table with viewership as far as news goes. Fox News is reporting this every hour on the hour.
100%.
Not to mention social media. I'm looking down at our Facebook feed, which is social media, and people are talking about this right now. And they're more intelligent than we are on this stuff. They are literally coming up with facts and numbers and stats. These guys care about it.
But yeah, you have to care to go do this. And
right.
But this is I just don't see, even though national media is not covering it, I don't see it just going away and being brushed under a rug. It's going to have to be dealt with eventually.
It's like the Cardinals. Remember when Remember when McGuire, they said he's juicing. Cardinal fans didn't care. He had 72 home runs. But the Cubs fans cared until the Cardinals fans found out that Sosa was juicing and corking his bat. So nobody in St. Louis is going to care that McGuire is on the stuff because it's your home team. So it doesn't matter who cares about this. All that matters is that they get the facts out. That's it. And then you take that information, and if you want to vote for Hillary, knock yourself out. However, that kind of looks like she was a little crooked and shady. Have a nice day.
A little?
But this is huge news that just came
lot.
out. This is huge news. And this is just the tip of the iceberg, as they say.
There's no way Hillary Clinton can run for any office.
Oh, she's going to do it. Oh, she's doing it.
What I mean is in regards to having any legitimate
Now, tell her
because we already know that. We just from the past. And it doesn't matter if she was Republican or Democrat. We know what she wants to do. That's why this is such a major story, even if national media isn't covering it. However, there's a lot of other things that are going on which are kind of drowning it, Eric. Clearly, what's become the biggest story nationally and across the world? Is Russia going to invade Ukraine? That's all of a sudden, as COVID's disappeared, all of a sudden, what's the big story that all of our eyes, what's the shiny new toy? The shiny new toy is this Ukraine deal.
Yeah. Is it really? Do people care?
National coverage.
I know.
But
they're
told
wagging
you
the
before,
dog. The tail wagging the dog.
That's something to think about.
It is.
That's why I thought this was made up. I don't think there was ever going to be an invasion because you don't tell people. And the Ukrainian president comes out and goes, we're going to be invaded on Wednesday. That's what we're hearing from social media. It's like, what?
Okay.
Okay. To me, this whole thing has been so bizarre where it seems like it's all a plot, a ploy to create a diversion or to create an opportunity for you to gain something or for certain presidents or people to look powerful if they don't invade, which makes me go, wait a second. Okay, Russia's spending a lot of money to have 100,000 troops sitting there.
I'm sorry, Vic. They're going into Ukraine.
So what is it? Yeah, but even if they do, what are they going for?
A little plot of land.
No, Russia needs Ukraine.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
This is but this
yes,
whole
they
story.
do.
For what?
Ukraine has a port that Russia wants, and then also the soil in Ukraine is very, very rich. Very rich.
Yeah, but
Putin
you don't need
came
it that
out
bad.
again yesterday.
Yeah, you do, man.
Putin said, we want our old land back.
Of course he does. He has
absolutely
visions of grandeur from the 1920s.
But the whole thing just seems so bizarre. We're going to invade you, and here's where we're going to do it. And then you have Biden going, if you do, there's going to be severe consequences. Somebody's going to look really stupid.
I think that it's like this. Here's my guess.
If they invade, it's not adding up.
No, it's not. Here's my guess. And we all are analysts and we're all political. I'd love to hear what Angela thinks about this actually. But here's what I think. I think that Putin did a war game. He put 100,000 troops out there. He says, we are invading this country because we do not want you putting NATO in our backyard. And NATO basically comes and kills.
Correct.
I mean, it just annihilates Russia if they wanted to. So he does this. He threatens. It's a very good negotiating tactic for him. He knows if he does this, he has no more outlet to sell his oil to Germany because the Nord Stream 3 pipeline would be shut down. This is all inside baseball garbage, and it's all going to make Angela's eyes gloss over. I think that he's already had his defense minister come out and say this was just a game. We're now moving troops away from the front. It doesn't look like they are, but he said they are. So basically, they're holding their options just to move all the troops back. They're going to come up with some dumbass compromise, which means nothing. Just go home. And it will be just Putin trying to get NATO to sign a piece of paper saying, we will not come into Ukraine. It didn't work, but they're still going to go home.
Yeah.
That's my theory.
So you don't think Russia's going to go to Ukraine?
I don't. I don't think they're that stupid.
I don't know. I'm not smart enough. I don't know. I don't. I'm trying to figure it out.
Maybe
What I don't get is the whole thing, how it's played out in the media. Things are whatever's happening, it's been coordinated behind the scenes, and we don't have the full story.
Mm-hmm. Angela, what do you think?
I know nothing about this, so I've been reading this article that is telling me about false flags, and I feel like I could fall down this rabbit hole, so I have no idea what's happening.
I think Russia's going into Ukraine.
Okay, but the other thing that's interesting about this, Colonel Joe Adams, and we are a forward-thinking show. We have been, and we've proven it time and time again for 2 years. Colonel Joe Adams came on the show over 2 weeks ago and said, if this happens, I'm telling you right now, the majority of people in Ukraine don't care.
I know.
Okay, he said 50% of Ukrainians say fine. The other 50% say we don't want it. He's like, does that sound like an invasion?
No.
Joe told us on this show. Well, now, and you have to be careful about where you're getting your media from, but when you do listen to interviews from a variety of sources, and it's not like they're getting somebody from Central Casting just to give you the message, and we just see it on the Facebook line. They don't seem like they're like freaking out or worried or people,
it doesn't.
Or life it would change.
Yes.
So that's the other interesting
They're making
thing.
jokes about it.
So this is being hyped up,
Yeah.
and Biden had a press conference yesterday like, oh, there's going to be severe and it's like, well, wait a second. Yeah. None of this is adding up. A does not connect to B, and B does not connect to C.
Something's got to happen this week one way or another because people are sick of dealing with it. They've been on edge too long. And if you just keep Russian troops on the border, everyone's going to be like, all right, fine.
Here's another interesting point, guys.
Forbes says this could go nuclear.
No, it can't.
I'm just telling you what Forbes says.
Forbes is great with money articles. Forbes needs to sell things.
No.
A lot of things could go nuclear.
I guess to that statement there is a little bit of truth to it. It could go nuclear
but
because
anything
Russia
could go
has
nuclear.
nukes.
Yeah, but anything
but
could
it's
go
not
nuclear.
going to.
Of course. This is a point that I heard yesterday. Robert Peterball brought this up. Could it be a cover to destroy Biden and others' crime documents at the embassy? Because keep in mind what happened.
Oh, my God.
America left its embassy.
Why would he do that?
And we just left because of a threat. We left our embassy there. Keep in mind of all of the crime documents, it could be the interesting things that have happened at Ukraine, albeit the phone call with Trump alleging what was alleged, Hunter Biden's deals,
indiscretions
in Ukraine, really makes you wonder. It's like, and it's this
that is way into conspiracy Friday stuff. Then
and it's this little country that really doesn't play a huge role in anything.
Not for us.
So it's like, and then we just abandoned the embassy. So, Robert, it is very interesting when you break it down. Why would we leave the embassy right there?
Dude, that is a good point. I didn't
unless
even
the
think
papers had to be deleted before we left as well.
Yeah.
Like all documents get deleted under protocol.
But it would be Ukrainians' paperwork. You know, I wonder. No, I'm not. Can't even get my mind wrapped around that one. I'm sorry. It makes sense. It's like, but Biden would literally have to go. Hey, Vlad. Yeah, there's this paperwork over at the the government buildings. Maybe you could destroy that if I let you come into Ukraine. I'll just turn my back and you can just make sure you destroy that paperwork, would you? No, that's way too much. Hey, are there UFOs in our backyard? I'm sorry.
I don't know. It's fun to talk about as long as things don't get serious.
It is.
Whoa. We'll have to wait and see where it
Angela
goes.
Sharp is going to do an essay on what we talked about today.
Oh, no. This is homework.
No. Are those new boots today?
They're not new to my collection, but they're new from different than I've worn before. Yes.
How many pairs of boots do you think you own?
Gosh. I haven't counted, but upwards of 20.
Do you have a closet big enough for all of those?
I have two closets.
Do you have running boots?
Did Eric Church sign any of your boots?
Actually, yes, he did.
Oh, my God.
That's a fun question.
Is that common? People get their boots signed?
Yeah, he's got a song called These Boots, and people hold up their boots, and so he'll go around and sign them. On mine, he put to Angela, spelled correctly.
With 2 L's.
Eric Church, that's right.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So
do you ever
Barbara
wear
Sinatra.
those?
I wear them, yeah. I wore them to the interview Garth Brooks, actually, because Garth and Eric were having a little bit of Eric was having a beef. Garth didn't know there was a beef to be had, but so I wore them to my interview with Garth.
No, when was this? That's big news.
2018, I guess.
Do they still have a beef?
No, I mean, I think the beef is simmered.
Okay.
Garth didn't know about the beef. Only Eric knew
Garth
about the
is
beef.
like, who's Eric Church?
Basically.
I'm like, who's Eric Church?
What?
I gotta find out who all these people are.
Eric Church is pretty cool.
I'm sure.
He is cool. I might go to Kansas City and see him on Friday.
Oh, boy.
He's
Is he getting you a private jet, too?
No, I'm just going to drive there after the show on Friday.
I'm bringing him flowers.
Maybe buy a ticket to the concert. Haven't decided yet.
You mean he won't give you a free one?
No, we're not like buddies.
Oh.
He just knows my name. It's fine.
Oh. And he signed your boots.
That's right.
Maybe he does know
Is
who
Eric
you
Church
are.
Oh.
married?
Yes, two children also.
How old are his children?
I don't know.
What are their names?
One is close to my nephew's age. My nephew's 8.
I just didn't know how well you were following Eric Church.
She's like, those are my future stepkids.
No. I think that he should stay married to his wife.
Okay, but when he leaves,
No. I
am.
think Catherine and him
Right.
are
Okay,
good.
they'll be
Just
fine.
magically will be
I went
standing
to
there.
dinner
They'll be
with them
fine.
prior to them getting
What?
married.
Yeah. Letting her
Story
know
gets
her
better.
days are numbered.
No. This was way before. Like while they were dating, I went to dinner with them, and
How
it was
old is
great.
Catherine?
I would reckon she's close to his age.
She said,
And
reckon.
what age is that?
40.
Okay.
She got 5 more years in her.
Oh my God.
Boy.
My goodness, let's not start drama. There's no drama.
Angela's going to start a website. It's going to be a petition for him to divorce.
A petition. I don't think that's how divorces work.
We'll be right back with more Edge right after this.
Listen to the Edge Morning Show live. Watch it live or anytime on demand. Details at ViperRocks.com or on Facebook.
Susan, it's so great to finally be able to get together again.
Oh, it sure is. And I really appreciate you picking up the bill.
I'm happy to. I've got the extra cash. Since we've all been driving so much more again, I've been using Get Upside, the free gas app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Get Upside app?
Yes, up to 25 cents a gallon. Cash back every time I buy gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
Some months I make $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Get Upside app now.
Download the free Get Upside app now in the App Store or Google Play to save up to 25 cents a gallon when you buy gas. Use promo code FALL for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's up to 50 cents a gallon on your next fill-up. You can cash out anytime to PayPal or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Get Upside app and use promo code FALL for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code FALL.
Art, sound, and sensory overload. Tool live. Friday, March 18th, Enterprise Center. Experience the sound and vision of Tool. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Tool, brought to you by Jam.
You're always up for some fun with the family, so you order the essentials, a new board game, some baking supplies, and even a new projector for outdoor movie night. And with the Bank of America customized Cash Rewards credit card, you can choose to earn 3% cash back on online shopping, which could increase to up to 5.25% as a preferred rewards member. Rewards which you can put toward an extra treat that everyone will enjoy, like an old-fashioned popcorn machine. Visit bankofamerica.com/more rewarding and apply now. Copyright 2021 Bank of America Corporation.
Who plans for a stroke? We do. At Barnes Jewish St. Peter's Hospital, we're educating the community and developing new ways to reduce the impact of strokes. In partnership with Washington University physicians, we're the only ones in St. Charles County using thrombectomy, an interventional procedure to treat strokes that's fast, safe, and gets patients back to their lives. When it comes to stroke care, we're your best medicine, close to home. To learn more about symptoms and treatments for stroke, visit bjsph.org/stroke.
Welcome to MegaNet. For slow internet, press 1. For indifferent customer service, press 2. For confusing pricing, press 3. For extremely long wait times, stay on the line. You are 87th in line, 85th in line, 87th in line, 85th in line, 85th in line.
Where there was frustration, now there's satisfaction.
Hello, this is Helen at Gateway Fiber. How may I help you?
Isn't it time you refreshed your internet provider? For more information, visit gatewayfiber.com.
Now, back to the Edge Morning Show.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. You're listening to The Edge, as we call it a day. Thanks for making this hump day, this Wednesday, as good as it was. It's you, the listeners, that make it happen. Eric Johnson, Chris Knight, Angela Sharp, Vic Faust of Fox 2. John Parker said he got into a Twitter beef with Mayor Jones the other day.
What?
He says he's got to tell us about it sometime. He said somebody doesn't like to be challenged.
Woo!
Well, we know that the mayor loves to be on Twitter, and she has arguments with
So
multiple
does John
people.
Parker. He likes to be on that social media thing.
Well, you know what this is going to do? It's going to create some tension going into that mayor runoff when it happens in the years to come.
I think John Parker should challenge her to a karaoke off.
Hey, you don't know. Tashara might be able to sing.
You haven't heard John. John's
I
good.
know.
John's
heard.
good.
I know. I get it. All right. Angela,
Yo,
would you be driving to Kansas City after the show then?
I
if you
would.
go?
I would be taking off straight out of here.
Who is he touring with? Eric Church.
A guy named Eric Church. It's 3 hours of Eric Church.
Oh, all just him.
It's all just him.
Okay. Awesome.
Did you wait around just for the encore? Or do you like all of his songs?
I love all of his songs. He never plays the one I like, so I do wait around in hopes that he'll play the one I like, and he doesn't because he hates me. It's fine.
3 hours to listen to music. That's a long time.
It's fun. Plus, it's like a weird psycho community that I'm now a part of called the Church Choir. So I'll go meet up with some friends that live in
Good
KC.
for you. You know what? Everyone needs a hobby.
Yeah.
That's right. Everybody's got to belong to something.
Don't forget
I
to get
guess.
some barbecue while you're there.
Oh, right. Absolutely.
It's all right.
I love barbecue.
It's
No,
good.
I love it too.
Kansas City barbecue.
Yeah. St. Louis is pretty good too.
Yeah, it's good.
Eric Johnson, Chris Knight. Chris, are you all right? Can we go?
Good.
All right.
What color tie tonight?
Angela Sharp, and I'm Vic Faust from Fox 2. Tonight we're going to wear
Oh, he doesn't know.
red. We're going to wear red.
Okay.
We're gonna wear
Red?
Yeah, red and gray tonight.
All right, red and gray it is. Shanny's up next. Have a great day.
Show's over? Yep. Over.
Goodbye.
And that's all I have to say about that. Goodbye.